Chappie-Shasta OHV Park is located right beside Lake Shasta and the Lake Shasta Dam. It features a network of over 200 miles of roads and trails cut through 55,000 acres in the Shasta National Forest. When you're riding the Chappie-Shasta OHV trail system, the views are amazing. Looking down from 5,000 feet on Lake Shasta and Lake Shasta Dam, when we looked to the west, we saw the Trinity Alps, which are snow-capped almost year-round. The Chappie-Shasta area has many recreational opportunities for the true adventurer, whether it's getting dirty on the trail or jet skiing on the lake. Any adrenaline junkie can have big fun at Chappie-Shasta.
We're in the brand new 2012 Teryx 4-seater from Kawasaki with a 750cc fuel-injected engine, and this thing is bad. And I'm going to show you how bad it is because the camera never does it justice, but hopefully you will be able to see by the size of this hill and what I'm getting ready to do, what an awesome machine this is for you and your family. Check it out.
We had a great time on this trip with ATV industry people like Don Amador, and he makes it his personal mission to make sure that we all have a place to ride.
Hi, my name is Don Amador with the Blue Ribbon Coalition, and I'd like to welcome you to Chappie-Shasta OHV area up here in Northern California, one of the largest destination OHV areas in the state. We've got over 50,000 acres of riding opportunity managed by the BLM, over 200 miles of trails. Got a great camping facility, great staging area. The Reading Dirt Riders hold a couple of events each year, enduros and hare scrambles. ATV clubs and four-wheel drive clubs also use this area. Great place to bring your family. After you're done a day of riding, you can go out and do some fishing in Lake Shasta, do some jet skiing, or just have a great time hiking down into Reading. For more information about Chappie-Shasta, be sure and visit California State Parks, and they've got a list of all the riding areas in California.
So this test ride with the Teryx 4-seater was put on by Kawasaki and John Rawl. John's been working many years in the off-road industry, and it was a pleasure to finally get to meet him in person and ride with him in the Northern California mountains.
John, why don't you tell the folks at home what your role is at Kawasaki?
My role at Kawasaki is I am a media relations specialist, and I work with all four-wheel product that Kawasaki builds, like the Teryx line and also the Brute Force line.
Why don't you tell the folks at home what we got going on here this week?
Yeah, we've been out here. We had 9 media journalists come out. We brought them to Chappie-Shasta because we just knew that it would have a new twist and something they haven't seen before, a place that none of them have been to. And you know, out there on the trails, there's over 200 miles of trails here. You know, you have tons of wildlife out there. You're climbing a lot of altitude. The views here are just spectacular. Seeing Mount Shasta, you're seeing the lake here. You know, there's just tons of things to see and do here.
Tell us about the machine you brought out for all of us to ride.
Yeah, we brought a couple of them. We brought our Teryx 2-seaters, and we also brought our new Teryx 4-seaters. And the neat thing about the Teryx 4-seater is you can carry 4 of your pals with you. Now, whether it's your girlfriend or your relatives or anything, you can carry everybody with you. And you can also carry enough stuff as we did today. You know, we stopped out there and had a picnic lunch. I mean, it just shows what anybody can do. You know, with the 4-seater, you can carry more people and, you know, just have a little bit more fun. And I think it's great for everybody to be outside more. We have the 4-passenger for hunting. Take 4 of your buddies hunting, you know, and just makes it a lot of fun. But the 4-passenger and the whole, you know, UTV thing is just growing like wildfire.
If you're a hunter, I would think that Teryx 4 would be the bomb. I mean,
it is, because you can carry, you know, like I said, 4 people. You can carry your other stuff in the back. You know, there's a trunk space and everything. We also make some accessories, that gun scabbards and stuff like that, so you can carry your guns safely, so they won't get scraped up and everything. And you know, it's just, there's so much you can do with it.
I was really impressed with the machine. For 750, fuel injected, I was in 2-wheel drive, power steering, 1 hand on the wheel. Some of the hills we went up today, I couldn't believe it. I didn't really expect that. We just had a blast riding with you today, John.
That's great. We really enjoyed having you, and we hope to have you back at many more of them. We've got some other ones that we haven't been to yet and haven't taken the media to, that we're going to be calling you up saying you need to join us, because there's a lot of beautiful places to go riding all this product all over the United States. Back where you're from, more out where we're from, you know, there's tons of things you can do with it.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, I appreciate the invite. We had a heck of a time out here. I've ridden in the northern part of Oregon on the sand dunes, Southern California, but Northern California and this terrain was something completely new to me. We had a great time, and I can assure you we will be back.